What is up, everybody? We are live on the YouTube machine, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in sunny Gainesville, Florida. As you can see, I am randomly representing the Gators today, just because that's what I woke up and wore. But yeah, man, I hope you guys are having a great day. What a market. It's been a really, really fun time to be here. Really, really fun time to be trading. Just going to make sure you guys can all hear me. Check, check. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Let me know in the comments. Because, I'm the dude who will definitely talk for an hour without knowing that nobody can hear me. Someone said mic gain check. I don't know if that means something wrong with the gain or they're just making sure we're good. Either that or lots of echo. I mean, I can try it. But usually there's lots of echo here because I'm in a room that doesn't have a carpet and it has high ceilings, and I just don't really give a shit about the quality of my streams. Did y'all hear that? Whoever just said go Knowles, you're out. We're not cool. All right, everybody, what we're here for, I am charting requests for my paid newsletter subscribers. The newsletter is $15 a month, comes out every single weekday. You can see right here on the screen is where you can sign up. There's a link for that also down in the description. Please do not spam my chat with a whole bunch of chart requests because I'm not going to do them because you didn't ask me in advance. And that's how this works. This stream is sponsored by this humongous, also Gator, cup of coffee. This is how big of a coffee I have to drink right now because ADHD and all that. This is how I manage my mental problems, is with coffee. So yeah, sponsored by coffee, but sponsored also by Femex, PHEMEX. You guys know that is where I trade. They also sponsor the newsletter. It's an amazing platform. I've literally never heard a single complaint. Incredible team and always innovating, always improving. They're amazing. Also, Alpha 5, who is the sponsor of my Trade Gods, my friend Vishal started the exchange, Alpha 5. So I'm trying to help him out. They have incredible spread products where you can trade futures versus perpetual swaps, and they're just amazing income trades. So I'm going to have him on really, really soon to explain them because it seems complex, but it's actually really simple and really easy to just continuously make money trading those. So that's something that we're going to definitely be checking out. All right. So guys, I don't know if you can see across the top here, but you've requested like 4 billion charts. And I'm probably going to be losing my mind right about L. But we're going to start with A, right? So what is first? First, we have a stunk, ABMT. And I know same person has been requesting these every week. I'm sure he's here. And when he asked a request, he was like, it looks like there might be a dip coming. Is that the dip to buy? What do you think? Perfect. Let's look at the daily if that's actually today. But okay, so that was yesterday. I mean, that was the dip, right? If you're looking to get into this, that was a clean break, huge volume. Look at the volume on this candle. Clean, massive break of resistance there. And then a to the dollar textbook perfection retest here as support. I mean, literally to the penny. That is just technical analysis, guys, how it should work, right? It usually comes into the area, but that's a perfect retest. So I would say that there's not that much to look at on this chart beyond the fact that that's your drop, right? And in 2 days, from $1.50 to 69 cents, over a 50% discount and right back to $1. So, buddy, hope you bought that dip. American Battery Metals Corporation, doing things with batteries, metals, and corporations. It's a really important company because it's American. I don't know anything about American Battery Metals Corporation, guys, but there we go. So let's get on to some crypto charts. Atom smashing. Get it? See what I did there? Atom smasher. Over your heads. I don't know. Shit. This is on the USD pair, dirty fiat pair. I have not looked at this at all, so let's take a look. But I mean, pretty obvious, guys. You know, there's not really that much that you need to draw on a situation like this, because that's your resistance and it's breaking it. So if you're trading this or looking to trade this, you know, let's see if there's anything above. I think not much here-ish. And this is a daily chart, so I don't even know how far we want to go back, but you know, we're approaching all-time highs here on the daily, like we are on the USD pairs of many altcoins. Did I say coins? Do you guys trade coins? So many coins in my portfolio, right? So this is how I would probably view this in general. I don't know why that line did that, but that's bad. But so what you're looking for on a trade like this is a break of resistance and retest to support. So something like that, and then head up. I don't know why it always leaves this little gap here, but it's super fucking annoying when I draw it, because I think that I'm like the Picasso of charts, and then you get this gap and just drives me nuts. So yeah, I think that this should be going to $8.98, and then hopefully breaks above. You know, there's really not that much else to see on this chart, except for I would say jumping out at me is not that. That was not what I wanted to draw. Let's do it with a curve. Do it with a curve sounds like a Soul Train song from back in the day. I think that's a higher low. It's an equal low. So not so much. That broke a little bit below. But generally, you have this sort of pennant forming in the break above. So nothing bad here. That just looks good. Also notice that volume is increasing on the move up, which confirms that it's a true bullish movement and a true bullish break, right? You don't want to see volume dropping with price going up. That means you're about to lose all your fucking money. Don't want to do that. Someone's talking about my coins over here. Someone said, shout out to Shardy B. Is she here? We were having a conversation today on Twitter, and she was like, yeah, I'm moving to Puerto Rico. I'm going to save $4 million in taxes next year. Shardy B making like 12, 13 million a year, y'all. Not a joke. She is a girl, Chad. All right, so that's it for Adam. I would look for, if you can get it at retest of 645. If you don't, you're probably going to miss it. This was also a great entry down here at like 560. Bands make her dance. Bands make her dance. All these cheeks pop. So yeah, I cannot open the band chart without thinking about Juicy J. It's literally impossible. This line does not matter anymore. I posted this in the newsletter yesterday. Price was right here, about like 192. So it's already up 25%-ish. I don't know, 20-ish%. Because I'm awesome. And yeah, but like I said, you know, the alarm did go off. You can see that little alarm right there. Ring the alarm. And broke right above this blue line. But now, honestly, you don't want to trade this unless you're above 256.62. Excuse me, 0.000025622, because we need to list all the zeros. And above this, past this blue line. So you want to break out and do something like this. Go a little something like this. Hit it. And then I'd be targeting this line, and let's add some lines just in case this becomes a truly bullish movement, right? You can see that all this consolidation here. So there's going to be something like that. I'm going to make the line black. But you're black. Anybody know what movie that is? Anyone? But you're black. Do you know it? I'm waiting for someone to respond, but you guys are on like a 40-second delay. I know somebody here knows that. Bando maker dance. Bando maker dance, that works too. Okay, so these are the lines that I would be looking at. But you're black. Yeah. But first it needs to break this, or else it could reject and die a fiery death in the depths of hell. Coming to America. Come on, man. It's Lethal Weapon, bro. 2. Coming to America. Queens. My name is Peaches, and I'm the best. All the MCs want to touch my breath, feel my breast. That's Coming to America. But I butchered the quote. Okay, BAT. The world's apparently worst coin ever in history of all time. This is a weekly chart. Coming to America. Coming to America 2 is coming out. It's like one of the most exciting things that could ever happen ever, but also like the fear of disappointment is real. So I had posted this a long time ago. Literally, it would appear in 2019 and said I would never touch BAT unless because this was broken, and I haven't looked at it since. And then I also when someone asked me, told them that this was a savage rejection at the range high and that we would probably be going down. And there's no support strong enough for BAT. BAT's support is a gaping hole / sinkhole in the floor. But if you want to feel better about BAT, look at SXP, because that has the worst chart ever. I haven't even looked at it this week. Maybe it went up like 7,000%. But SXP it's a horrid disaster of a chart. Okay, so let's look at this. I mean, I don't even need to zoom in. This is the weekly chart, and it's still kind of atrocious. But yeah, I would say don't look at it unless it's above that, because otherwise you're just waiting for the pain train. Yeah, sorry. I get lost reading your comments, and obviously I get a little confused between what's happening here and what I'm doing reading. I cannot do two things at once. If you want some crazy macro trend line on this, then trade BAT when this breaks. Set an alarm, and I'm going to do it. Ring the alarm. Another sound is dying. Whoa. Hey. I wait for that to break. But I mean, this lost the range. It's lost that support. It lost the other support I drew, and it lost this support. So this is price discovery to the downside. There's a million coins to trade. I would not be worrying about this one right now. Somebody just asked, what is your biggest bag? It's actually a really obscure coin. You may not have heard of it. It's called Bitcoin. It's my biggest bag. My second biggest bag is another coin you might have heard of. It's called Ethereum. My third biggest bag is another coin you might have heard of. It's called USDC, United States Dollar Coin. Why do I have so much USDC? Well, first, I always make sure 15% of my portfolio is in cash money, and I now consider stable coins, not named Tether, to be cash money. And why? Because on Voyager, where I trade and where I invest, if I come out of Bitcoin or go into dollars or stable coins, USDC, since I'm holding 10,000 Voyager coins, VGX, gets 9.5% compounding monthly. 9.5% yearly interest compounding monthly. It's an absurd amount of money. So I have no problem just holding my lifetime worth of dollars in USDC. My fourth biggest bag is a hardcore battle between Polka Starter, POLS, and EUM, Elysium, which is a company that I took a sizable investment in last month. Early investment. So those are my biggest bags. And those two largely because I was so early on them. I invested in the companies before the coins even launched, and they went banana balls. Polls underperforming today, not worried, but curious on your thoughts. Oh, dude, I'm holding that for years, probably. I don't have thoughts on trading that right now. I just want it all. Okay, so BAT looks like a hot flaming dumpster fire of dead puppies. So we're not going to trade that. Chili's. I'm going to erase all of this. But here was your breakdown on Chili's, right? Break support, dead and dead. But this is an awesome project. Chili's is cool. Sure, it'll go up. Altcoins are just kind of wrecked. But look, like any altcoin, we've got a lot of volume coming in, right? It's starting to get interesting. Oh, there's another white line up there. Hey, Scott, what do you think of ADA? I don't, because nobody requested it before the stream. And I'm going to be honest, like since I really stopped trading on Binance recently, can't really like trading alt Bitcoin pairs, which is what I love, stacking sats. It's not really a thing in my life right now. Sadly, it's annoying, but I can trade a few things on Binance US, like eGold, it's tight, trading that on there. But otherwise, it's like really annoying. Very hard to stack sats right now. And I don't like looking at USD pairs, and that's what I've kind of been having to trade. Comment on Neo, my favorite character in the Matrix. He was great. Chili's, nothing to see here right now, guys. And like I said, there's a cool project. It's good. It's good. Doing soccer things. Excuse me, football. Barcelona coin. But this is bottoming here. Maybe it's bottoming out, but like you're trying to catch a falling knife near all-time lows. The all-time lows are actually here. 48. I mean, I can't believe the prices of coins right now when you look at them on the Bitcoin pairs. They are so wrecked. Bitcoin has just been doing rape on them. It's horrible. Why not trade on Binance with VPN? Well, first of all, if I get enough warnings from a platform telling me that what I'm doing is not allowed, it's just not worth it. Sure, you can with a no KYC account, and then you have limited limits for withdrawals, but like I just don't want to see my money disappear. That happened to me on BitMEX in 2017. For anyone who remembers, I was there. If you were there, they took to many tens of thousands of dollars to close my account. I was never able to get in touch with them, and my account was liquidated because I was an American. So fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm a broke ass. I prefer not to be broke ass, and I prefer not to run afoul of the United States government's regulators. I just don't see anything on this, guys. I'm sorry. Like these are very indecisive candles, not that much spread. Like if anything, this almost like, let's drill in. Looks like a bear flag kind of, right? Ish, something like this, right? I don't know, man. If you think Bitcoin's going to keep going up, then this is probably not that compelling for you. Sorry. DCR. That made me think of Doctor, which made me think of Dr. Dre, who is in intensive care at Mount Sinai. It's terrible. Had a brain aneurysm or something. Apparently being the most amazing person in the world can make your brain explode. Because that dude rules. Really sad. This line is stupid. We don't need it anymore. This is a whack chart. Lots of selling. Every time there's been a push, it's completely like anywhere above this area is completely pushed down. Someone just wanted to know. I don't know what they're saying. Sorry, I give up. Can't decipher. I got things to do. So, hey, this isn't that bad above this line, I think. This is your area. I don't know what the hell this is. Bye-bye. I think you're actually getting a more defined pattern sort of on RSI, interestingly. But, maybe something like this. So, like, if we're going to draw some things, I don't like this because of these wicks, by the way. I think it's dumb, but maybe you see that break and that leads to this breaking, or you see it rejected and you go down. But I think above 1306 here, this still looks pretty good. If you start closing candles down here, I would take my money elsewhere in my business because Decred would look bad. Well, I buy things that look bad. Someone said he's doing better. Yeah, Dr. Dre is doing a little better. That dude should not have a hemorrhaging brain. It's not cool. Excuse me, aneurysm. Don't want to give an improper medical diagnosis. I would say that this is an area of interest. All that support, resistance, 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 resistance. Could even, God, I'd hate to zoom too far out because then you would see the mountain that this has fallen off of, like every other coin. I really think we're going to make a lot of money on altcoins if we're just patient. You know, look at Ethereum, for God's sakes. What is it, $1,200 right now ish? It's a lot of monies. A lot of monies. So yeah, break of this line, break of this with RSI. I would consider it. I want nothing to do with it if it closes candles below 1306. We good? Dicker. DCR, that's how you say it. Dicker. Dia. Cha. Dia, cha. Does anybody know what that's from? Diarrhea, cha. Any other old people here? Wow, I haven't looked at this chart in forever, but hell, I hadn't extended that supply. And look at where price got rejected, man. Right at the EQ of that supply zone. Dia, cha. But this looks good. I mean, this is bullish movement. And I would say if it holds above here, you could even draw it here. I mean, now, you know, if you wanted to change bias un poquito. Cornholio. I am Cornholio. Yes, Beavis and Butthead. Or Daria or whatever. Didn't they make a show out of her? Dia, cha. So right now, like you definitely want to close above 1.61. And really, ideally, you want to start flipping this level and heading up, or else, like, I don't like this line. I was going to say I would look for an entry here, but that line's kind of useless now. Dia, cha. I think that area is interesting. MAs are kind of interesting, but yeah, I would say wait and see if it closes above 1.61, and then you feel a lot more confident that it's not going to get super rejected. You made me think of a serious question with the Mr. Anderson comment. How do you guys like you and Mr. Anderson make such accurate predictions? That guy literally said 25K in 2020 when we were at 4K, like WTF. That, I mean, people make great calls, but nobody can see the future, myself or him, who is one of my favorite people, True Crypto, Mr. Anderson. Doesn't live too far from me. But, you know, Bitcoin hit 4,000 for about 3 minutes, went back up to 6,000. And if you believe that the economy was going to get better and you believed in Bitcoin, then that was the best time to buy. And, you know, there was never a question in my mind that we would re-break all-time high. I couldn't tell you a date, but I also doesn't necessarily surprise me that we're up 60% from the all-time high in a month. Because once it went, right? Dude, I don't know what I drew on this chart. What a fucking disaster. DraftKings, which every time I look at DKNG, I think, what? Donkey Kong, obviously. Looks like Donkey Kong. D-Kong. Did you guys play Donkey Kong? So yeah, I think this channel is still pretty valid. And we're trading above the EQ of it, which is super sweet. These lines are dumb. This was a false breakout. I don't really know. I have to draw this like this now. I just think DraftKings is kind of like bullish in general because it's gambling and stuff. Imagine that maybe they do worse after football season's over. Yeah, 5 hours ago, Dr. Trade doing good. Diarrhea, cha. I don't know with DraftKings, honestly. This is ridiculous, this chart. But I think it looks fine. Today's not great. Probably come down, fill this gap. So maybe you look for a move off the center of this, the EQ of this channel, this dash line. That's the 50% of the trading range, right around $47.36 market. But it is holding the 50 MA here in the daily. Nothing looks too bad. Maybe you wait for a break of that, but I think this is just kind of ranging here. So yeah. Moving on from Donkey Kong. Oh, Doge. Sweet girl. Come back to me. I love Doge. I love Doge more than any other thing I've ever traded in my whole life. She's so beautiful. Ooh, my eyes. So yeah, these are, I mean, I've had levels on this chart. I don't know what happened to them. It did. Yeah, you know, these areas of interest. These are the areas where I'm interested. Something like that. Something in here. Doesn't really matter, guys. We can just draw lines for fun because whatever, man. It's just technical analysis. This is not a precision sport. You just spray and manage your risk and hope for the best. I don't love this wick, but yeah, right here, I would say. So these are the places I've bought this over the years. Lots in the 15 area, lots in that area. If you draw it all the way back, you'll see that these were all kind of key areas where it is now. So I think that this is a decent pullback. If you get a pullback to 25 and a bounce off that or something, super sweet. Yeah, that would be cool if not for that Chadwick. Sounds like a dude from Connecticut. Chadwick Von Dogerstein. I think Doge looks fine. It was a nice little pump, 24, 25. But I think, yeah, like anywhere from 21 to 25 is kind of the key area here. You can see that it was resistance here. It's the bottom here. So yeah, you could draw this like this, draw it as a little zone. Doesn't matter. But I would, if you can get it between 22 and 25 on a trap, I'd take that. Oh my God, guys, there's so many tabs at the top of this. You guys are savage with the requests. Dia, cha. EOS. Not a security, right? Or something. What? How about Ripple, guys? They're having a good week. Look at all these dumb lines. Erase. If I erase them fast enough, you guys will never know that I had these terrible ideas. Show me your fibs. All right, let's see. What do we got? Well, this is my favorite thing ever because I was there and I told people to short it. Oh my God, look at that drop. Okay, we'll forget that. I've forgotten about that until that moment. Sometimes it works out, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, I think that where that line was, we're just going to kind of draw it as a range. This is not like a technical Wyckoff range, just an interesting idea to me. See that rejection? See all that support right at that EQ line? This is sloppy, but support, resistance, and now breaking. So I think that looks pretty good. And look, we got volume spikes. Buyers are buying things. But most importantly, a textbook. Beautiful, straight off the lot, bullish swing failure pattern, SFP. Right? This was the swing low all the way back to June of 20. In a single day, it dropped all the way down, $1.90 from 230. Liquidity like mad here. Buyers like crazy, and then onward up. So how's this happen? I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm going to explain to you what a bearish SFP is. So get out your notebooks, your tape recorders. That looked like I was trying to smoke some weed. Yeah, your tape recorders. And let's talk about this. And why is this such a good bearish SFP? Because look at this huge candle, right? This is a massive sell-off. It's selling into liquidity. So why is there liquidity here? Okay. If you're a whale and you want to buy something, a lot of it, you have to find liquidity. You have to engineer liquidity. How do you do that? Well, although it seems counterintuitive, you sell. I know you want to buy, but you sell, right? You have to sell down to a price where there's interest or where there's standing orders. So you need to sell to find liquidity for your buy. That means you need to find sellers. So what do you have here? If someone was long from anywhere in here, they probably have their stop loss below here, right? What is a stop loss on a long? That was supposed to be the Jeopardy music, but I blew it because I didn't whistle well. They're sell orders, right? To close along, you have to sell. So a stop loss is a sell order. What else would you get down here if someone was trying to, what would someone else be maybe trying to do on a break of a range? Short it. What is a short? It's a sell order. So you find an area where there's all this selling interest to fill your bids, and then you step on their faces. And then you step on their faces some more. Then you step on their faces some more. And price keeps going up and up and up. Someone said, what is a long? That's when you're betting that price will go up. You're long. It's actually a little known fact that girls like it much more when guys are long than when guys are short. It's a trading fact that you should all know if you're going to trade and also try to talk to girls. So I would say that maybe you can get EOS, you get a pullback back to this EQ 2.94, but I think that, you know, whether it pulls back or not, it's targeting the high. And if this range breaks, if you see candles closing above this level, not a wick like that, closing above, then this should be reversing. Like bigly, you know, $5, on and on and on. Coffee makes me burp. So yeah, EOS on the USD pair looks pretty good. Doing its thing. Long. What is a sell? When you sell, you ever been to a store? Ethereum, just Chad. If only there was like someone who was really bullish on Ethereum had been screaming about it for, I don't know, years. Right. So as you've seen, we had a double bottom. Here was the neckline at 364. That broke. Here was the target. So it's hit all of our targets here. The only one left is 1419, which looks imminent, which is the previous all-time high. Then I expect it to break and go into price discovery and land somewhere on the moon. But right now, if you can get a retest to 828, that would be the best plan. See, this was retested. This was retested. This has not been retested. So even this week, it dropped down to 884. That might have been enough front run. But yeah, I mean, I think this is going to continue to moon. I'm not saying buy it today. You might get a pullback maybe here, 1,000. You know, like 1,000 should be a nice psychological floor. Somewhere in here. So buy it, head up to 1419 and buy a Lambo. I don't know what else there is to really talk about. Ethereum, it looks great. And we've known it was going to look great for, I don't know, years. You know, Bitcoin's already passed its all-time high. We're not even there yet. Imagine if this goes 60% past its all-time high like Bitcoin has. We know that institutions want Ethereum. They're screaming it. Grayscale's buying more Ethereum than is being mined, plus, you know, anything they can get their hands on. They don't just do that for fun. Although it sounds really fun. Show me your ETH fibs. Somebody asked when the music starts. I don't know how to do that shit. I'm a DJ, but I don't know how to do anything but put records on the stuff. I don't know the tech of a stream. Well, HBAR, look at this dumb chart. But you can tell last time I charted this was a while. Nobody's asked for HBAR. And somebody mentioned some fundamental reason to be interested in this right now. So if you're listening, I don't remember what it was. Say right here, right? This area, you draw from the right to the left. I know you see me looking over here on the left, but I was looking at this area and just pulling it back. Yeah, I mean, this is presently in price discovery for an all-time low. I wouldn't touch it. Not until it's at least clearly back above that, because that was the previous all-time low. And this right now, not saying it will be, but this is a break and multiple rejections. So you would expect this to continue down. If it doesn't, you can consider buying it above 114 if it closes above there. And then I would simply target this 165 area. Hard to get excited about any kind of like macro breakout. If we want to do the descending line meme, maybe you buy it if it breaks that. But yeah, I mean, let's look at it on the weekly. That is not a bullish chart, guys. If you put that there, you are below the all-time low and struggling to get back above. So I would stay away personally. But that's only because I like my money and I hate giving it to people. Link. Sweet. I don't know, man. I knew this would pop here, or thought it would, because of this consistent bullish divergence and how it looked on the USD chart. But I don't know, man. On this Bitcoin pair, it's just taking a beating. Still kind of all kinds of potential hidden bearish divergence here. See this high on RSI, higher high right now. If you compare the points, unless this goes higher, that could be a lower high on price. And you'd certainly have it from here, right? So it looks something like this. Link. Something like this. You know, that's not like ideal. That could invalidate. This needs to keep going up, but that's not, you know, not the kind of idea you want to be working with. I would say that this needs to get above this. I don't even like this blue line anymore. Maybe it's like that. Like that. It's very similar. Yeah, I like that. So I would wait for a break of that if you're trading it on the Bitcoin pair. In fact, you know, you could take this line or draw a new one right to there, and that's a very clear resistance. So I wouldn't touch it below that line. Sometimes the best entry is higher. Do you have an account on eToro because you have been retweeting quite a lot from them? No, I just know the dudes over there, and they asked me to, like they interviewed me, and I did those little videos. We had some fun, and they tweet them. So I retweet them. It's simple. That's how it is. All right, so Link, I would say above this line, but really kind of above the blue line. And honestly, there's just a lot of resistance ahead. I don't know. USD pair looks pretty sweet, probably. LRC. Yeah, you know me. Oh, God, if only someone had a newsletter that said that LRC was breaking out. I do. Probably the only person in the world who's watching the LRC chart, so it's not that impressive. I happened to stumble on it, but look at that volume. So yeah, it's a rejection. Now you want it above. You don't want to touch it below this line unless it comes all the way back here for a retest. But yeah, I posted this. I posted in the newsletter, by the way, like, I don't know, here. It dropped further before it broke, but you weren't supposed to buy it unless you saw a clean break. So no harm, no foul. But yeah, I would say, actually, could be kind of viable in the present area, right? If it holds that. If not, I'd be looking for it to come down here. This is untested as support. So something like this, and then moon dance. Pretty straightforward. Could you have a look at Link USD? You know what, guys? I'm going to make an exception for you, and I'm going to look at it. Because there's so many Link homers here. You guys just love Link. Love Link. I don't know. That shit's not loading. Load. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good looking chart. Broke out here. We discussed this, came back almost to retest. And now you need to see it hold that line, though, or else, like, if this closes below that in 20 minutes, it's only in 20 minutes. That'd be bad. That'd be like a double bearish SFP. But if this can manage to close above, then I should be heading up. Cool. Are you glad we talked? Glad we had this chat. Litecoin, you evil biatch. Why do I say that? Because I went on Twitter with a big mouth and face and nose, let's be honest. And I said, I'm buying this at $94. It was like here. Price was like here. And everyone was like, oh, it's $107. It's never going down. Ever. 95.386. I had bids at like 94.4 or something. Absolute moonshot from there. So yeah, FML, right? So I would have liked to have been Charlie Lee, but wasn't. I mean, this kind of looks like really, kind of volume's decreasing a bit, and it's kind of pushing up. I don't know. I mean, this was another good entry at 132. Now it's at a sort of kind of wait and see vibe to me. You know, this is kind of parabolic. It's following Bitcoin, obviously. I don't know how much these historic levels even matter. Let's go out to the weekly. Well, it's pretty sweet, actually. I must say. Namaste, I must say. Actually, what's kind of crazy that I'm just realizing here at this moment, because I haven't zoomed out on this, let's make that pretty purple, is, you delete these wrong colored lines, that we have a now confirmed double bottom, like that ETH chart. I'm not trying to get you hard or anything. Fluffer. But, and there's a logarithmic chart. That's why this doesn't look as big, because relative price movement. But this should target $274. And it's retested. So anything above 146 is party time. eGold is not on the list, guys, but eGold looks amazing. Okay, I'm going to just go, it's not there. I've shared it in the newsletter 17,000 times. It's in price discovery on the dollar pair. It's good. If you get a dip, buy the dip. That's my eGold analysis. Ooh, I hit my mic. Did y'all hear that? So yeah, man, this Litecoin weekly above 146.9 looks somewhat really amazing. And why is this a double bottom? Okay, well, first, they're within a few percent of each other. That's fine. It's not a double bottom until you break the swing high between them. This is the neckline of the double bottom. So yeah, it took years. It's double bottom to start in 2018, but that's actually confirmed now on this break above and close above. And look at that, retest. Oh man, I don't know what Litecoin's going to do, but if you get a pullback to like the 140s, consider it. Even better if you get like a wick to the 120s and it closes above, because sometimes they retest, they come back down here. It could, you know, this is up, it can make a cup and handle, like something like this. Because I would consider that continuation. Although that's actually, I'm not going to do that, because a cup and handle should not retrace like more than 50%-ish of the move up. And that's clearly way too far for a double bottom. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. And then ultimately $371 at the all-time high. What's next? I don't even know. It's so exciting. MAHA DAO. I was in this pre-sale as well, making me super amazingly happy. This is, of course, now like you can only chart these against ETH, so it doesn't look that great on TradingView. But I could probably pull up one of those ChartX butthole platforms that look like terrible, but nobody wants to see that. But yeah, I mean, I can look at the dollar pairs on my phone. It's in my portfolio. Let's see. It's like $18. I mean, it's like tens and tens of times from where I bought it. Super awesome. But on this pair, I'm struggling clearly at this resistance right here. So you want to be above that and head up, or drop back down to here. I mean, it's just ranging, right? Let's eliminate these lines and I'll show you what I mean. Move up. All right, big move up, topped out here. So let's pull a parallel channel. All right, and there's two ways to draw it. You could either draw it here and say that this was a deviation below it, or here. I like that better, right? Oh no, deleted the wrong thing. Oh, simple as that. You want to be above the EQ. So there, and head up to here. Cool. But Ethereum is going to have to cool off for this to beat it. But I'm very bullish on MAHA in general. But that's me talking my book. I want it to go up because I have a lot of it. And here's your support. Okay. So if you're trading it on the Ethereum pair, it breaks this, maybe you're heading back down to this area. I don't know. Somebody sees a big D and V pattern. Sounds like a personal problem. Adam and Eve, yeah, we could have had that could be considered an Adam and Eve, perhaps. Although it's more of really a double bottom. There's no real reason to call it an Adam and Eve because you have two bottoms. Oh my God, you guys, so many charts. NEXO. I don't know. I feel like I don't remember, but we were trading this like way back down here and making super monies for people, not myself, because I don't trade on Hobby. Hobby told me today that I was like one of the top 10 influencers of the world, and they wanted to send me an award, and then they asked me for my address and phone number and email, and I got super shaded out and told them I didn't want their award. That happened today. It's like, yeah, I'm doxxed, but y'all ain't coming to my house to give me like a cool pair of socks. They're cool though. They're cool. I mean, this looks good here because this is breaking out as we speak. You could buy that on a breakout or a retest, but this is buyable at this exact moment in theory. But you know, you'll buy it and then it'll close down here, right? That's what happens when you buy breakouts. Yeah. Is it best to use log charts? I think so. Because linear charts don't really tell you the true relative picture of what's happening. So yeah, I think NEXO looks pretty sweet here. I don't even care about this line. TBH, that means to be honest if you're a cool kid. I don't know if you guys know that. Something like this, right? And then we have a clear line here-ish. You know, you see these bottoms line up, something like that. Okay. And this is coming up. You want to see that nice 200 MA, 50s going up. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. I like it. I like that chart. If you're a breakout trader, it's breaking out. That's all I can say to you. And it's doing it on increasing volume. And it's going to close above that in 11 minutes and 18 seconds unless it gets rejected. So shit looks tight. Somebody said, hey, Scoot, as you know, there's a trend in Twitter. How many likes would you give 1 ETH as a gift? Oh, I don't need likes. I'm not buying likes. I don't know that trend. And my name is definitely not Scoot. Scoot out of here. Scoot's kind of a tight name, though. Oh, look. I have the Ichimoku cloud on this. I'm fluent in Japanese. I don't know if you guys know that. I can say things like Tenken, Kijun, and Ichimoku, Tenkan-san, Kijun-san. But you might not know that I actually spent a lot of time in Japan. I was in the band. I was the DJ and percussionist in a band for the most famous singer in Japan. His name is Toshi Kubota. 2006, I toured 35 cities in Japan, playing stadiums and amphitheaters, and just absolutely loving life. Ocean looks like trash here. There's literally nothing bullish on this chart. It's even below like this support. Yeah, they should change it from ocean to puddle. Looks like trash. I don't see any reason to buy this. Unless maybe you could convince yourself, I'll even put it there, that if it breaks this, it's good. But right now it's just like below support, getting rejected over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's maybe above 1370, maybe above this, but Tenken going down, resistance, 50 MA resistance, death cross, 20 resistance, Kijun resistance, and all of that before you get to the red cloud, which is resistance. I don't know. Better things to do with your life than throw it into the ocean. Throw your money in the ocean. Don't throw your money in the ocean. It's bad. In Turkish, Ichimoku roughly means read my inside. I'm not trying to read anyone's insides. So OMG, pretty good way to describe the shitstorm since this high and this chart. there was this wedge and it seemed bullish, and I was like, yeah, it's going to bounce, and dead, and now it's resistance. So maybe we zoom out in the weekly and it'll make us feel some kind of way. All right. Okay, this does make me feel some sort of way. If you have gloves on and you don't mind catching a falling knife, that basically hit the all-time low just above in this very strong weekly demand and bounced. So anything above that, you could let it go if it closes down here below demand. And I mean, it's not like I want to buy this, but some of you, are like married to coins and you just have to have them. And if you have to have this, you have to let it go down here. So maybe you're targeting a 30% move up to 1323 here on the weekly. But if we zoom in, I don't know. Okay, it's not that bad. I see things that you could trade here. Like this is clearly a little, I don't know, it's kind of head and shoulders-y. You could draw it as an ascending pattern, but if you're trying to find yourself a bullish narrative, you could probably do that, right? So if that breaks above and you're above that line, maybe you buy it, but why? Why? You can buy Bitcoin. Have you considered comedy, Scott? Yes. No, I've never considered comedy because I wouldn't want to put all those other comedians out of business. They got to work. They got to work. It'd be mean. It would be mean for me to excel in yet another industry. No one man should have all that power. This looks good on the dollar pair. And this is why you don't really need to bother trading alts on dollar pairs, because you could have just been in Bitcoin doing better. That's only when you see the OMG Bitcoin pair, you know that is only going up because Bitcoin's going up. Somebody just wrote SNX, please, but I wrote it as sex, please. I read it. Sorry. Sex, please. I think this looks decent above $3.49, and I think it should be targeting up here. This is kind of, an anomaly. Flipped the 50 here on the daily. Yeah, I think OMG could be heading up here. Higher highs and higher lows on this little move. But like, really exciting? Like, why? So many coins in the world. Why would I buy this one? Oh, okay. Yeah, buy this if it breaks that. That's it. Okay. Look, that's not financial advice. I said that too definitively because I'm not even going to do it. Oh my God, love Toshinobu Kubota. Did you play La 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 Love Song with him? The best. That's from Noriko. I don't really know the words because I don't speak Japanese. It's crazy. I was on this tour. I played this show 35 times, rehearsed for 4 months, and I don't know the words to any of the songs. Right? La 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 Love Song. Yeah, I know that song. See? I'm not lying. I just sang a Japanese smash hit for someone. That was a smash hit. It's the biggest song. It's one of the most famous songs in the history of Japan. Isn't that right, Noriko? Is that a fair thing to say? That it's one of the most famous songs ever in Japan? They called him, like, what they likened him to was the Michael Jackson of Japan. Stony Brown, your comment bombed harder than your career. I don't know what your comment was. Boxers that have printed on them, it really not that small, is just in log. Maybe a green can. Okay, that's tight. I see what you did there. Just want Noriko to confirm the fame of Toshi Kubota. I also went back in 2007 and played his MTV Icon show. So I was on MTV there for a whole show in Japan. It was awesome. And in that show, since it was like an MTV Icon show, they were giving him an award. It was one of those shows where they had like every other famous singer in Japan come and cover his song. So I played with every single one of them too. I have pictures with all of them. They were all my homies because we rehearsed together for 2 weeks. Like Hirai Ken and Ai-chan and Kreva, all these people, like so many of them. I don't remember all their names. because they're Japanese. Live war in the White House. Like the band War is playing live at the White House. That's tight. Is there really a war at the White House that I'm missing right now? I feel like that'd be worth signing up. Ramp DeFi. This looks good. You want to catch it at a retest of this support theoretically. I don't know what this is, but it's beating Ethereum, which is impressive, right? And it broke out here really clean, and it's retesting the 200 MA on the 4-hour here. So I would say that anywhere in here, my Lord, my what a merry-go-round. I still don't know what the words are. I just know merry-go-round and love, la 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 la, love song. It's a Japanese song. It's like they're awesome because it's like all this Japanese stuff. And I should probably turn on my TV. There's a war at the White House. My TV's on, but it's this, and I'm looking at you guys missing it. But I did just get a text that say White House looks like a war zone. Let's talk about charts. Anywhere in here, right? Ren, I shared this in the newsletter. I think it's fine above here, but we're waiting for a break of that blue line. Literally nothing has changed on that one. The Capitol has been breached. Wow, there's a lot going on. MAGA protesters storming the Capitol. There's like 12 of them. Is it really like a thing? I don't know. Ren, I would wait for a break of this blue line. Let's look up White House war now, MAGA bad. I don't know, man. Donald Trump. Yeah, sorry, guys. That cool search didn't get us there. Strangely, war bad. Okay, silver's awesome, guys. Someone's asking about SLV here, but if you've been following me, you know I'm mega bullish on silver in general. So, yeah, but this is going to look awesome when you draw this, I bet. Yeah, I mean, silver's great. If the dollar goes down, silver's going up. I don't know what else there is to really say about this. There's thousands of them, guys. Thousands, not tens. Tens of MAGAs. MAGAing. What are they protesting about? You guys can give me the news. Tell me. Go to Twitter, top trending. I'm talking to you guys. If you want me to sign off and go do news, I'll go do news. If you can get silver SLV like down as a retest of this, I don't think you will. That would be sweet. Now I'm distracted. I want to see what's happening in the news because it's obviously going to affect my life. None. Like yesterday for 30 seconds, I turned on the news and they were like in front of the interactive map telling me like where the votes were coming for and what Georgia County. And I was like, just tell me who won. Like, why do we obsess over like the process? Like, I don't need to know the votes as they come in. It's not even news. It's like watching sports. So dumb. Silver looks great. This even looks like a bullish candle. You could probably buy this in this area. Something like this. Right? This was a clear major area from the drop, and it's recapturing it now. So that should head up. STX, block stack. The crowd goes wild. Bitcoin just dropped under 33K. That sounds bad. Did that really happen? Let's see. I don't know. I don't remember where we were, but I'm going to see what's happening here. Oh my God, this computer. I ordered a new computer again, guys. Just have to wait for it to come. But weekly. Oh my God, why won't you move? This chart dead. Holy moly, my lag right now. Yeah, I don't see that. I see. Oh, there's 33,000. That's tight. I hope y'all filled it up, because that is a nice little support to resistance to support flip. Dang, bro. Look at that. Buy that shit. Oh, STX, the one that I read as SEX. I mean, this is going up a lot. It's all-time high. I don't even know where to draw the all-time high on something like this, because I don't really count these like drop onto exchange wicks. But I can draw that. I can draw that. Let's see what that is. Yeah, I mean, things in price discovery. If you, this is a clear buy the dip situation. When something goes into all-time high price discovery, it's bullish and you buy the dip. I don't know what it is or why I care, but this is low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So anything above this low down here, you take it and it goes up and you make that money. Protest erupt in Washington after Trump encouragement. Arms stand off at the door of House floor. House member given gas mask on House floor. Just reading your guys' comments like I'm announcing a movie. Seems bad. I'm not gonna lie. Seems bad. Can I buy your current computer or maybe a New Year gift to me? I am not your mother. Not that your mom would sell you a computer, but it's not gonna be a New Year's gift. This computer's not doing good though. What the hell? TLRY, bro. All right. I mean, that's a really nice gap, but like this has evening star written all over it. If this candle closes like anywhere over here and heads down, that would be an epic evening star. And what happens is there's a bullish candle, a gap, and then you get this shooting star or a doji, any indecisive candle, long wicks, really small body. It hasn't closed yet. And then if you have a down candle, that's a clear top. So this kind of, and also, man, as bullish as that looked when it did it, and maybe that's because the White House is being stormed by space invaders or whatever's happening with you people. Someone said, share your thoughts on Utrust. I think it's great. And I was going to share it in the newsletter yesterday, and then it boomed. Yeah, you want to be above here, catch it down here, but I don't even know how to trade that. This is a terribly indecisive and confusing candle, so I would wait. But if you're going to wait, maybe you try to catch it down here or down here. It's all right. Let's look at it on the weekly. I mean, that's a pretty big weekly candle. So larger time frame looks kind of good. I don't know, man. Low, high, higher low, higher high. So yeah, it's fine. Kind of want it above that though. I don't know. I would wait to see what happens with this daily before touching it, because that's a crazy candle. Ethereum dropped 7% from top, 1140 USD at the moment. Who cares? 7%. My God. It's fine. It's fine. The world is not ending right now. Just Trump's presidency. VeChain, I liked it anywhere above 79 cents, although this is a weird candle. Broke this kind of double bottomy yet again, low, high, higher low, higher high. So anything above here. If this comes down to 79, it looks viable. And viable. This line is stupid. Will I be able to watch this live back when it ends? Yes. Yeah, you can. I don't like this candle. I would stay away from VET for the moment. It'd be sweet if you catch it down here. But 79, you could try and then hope it bounces. It is a break of this resistance. It closed above it. So I just don't like that upper wick. It's kind of savage. You got to hurry up a little bit, folks. No, it didn't do that. That's dumb. This is YFI. Someone just link ? Rewind. That was the sound of a record rewinding, if you didn't know that. Rewind. Yeah, this is how I'm looking at YFI here. Let's draw some lines and hope that they help. It's kind of your range in between here. Like a lot of wicks, man. This is a crazy chart, but all these up wicks here, even though we have them down, this is indecision. You can't trade this right now. There's like sellers, buyers, both fighting, small candle bodies, 3 daily like spinning tops in a row. That's the top, big small body with a big upper wick, big bottom wick. You need to see a candle that either a big red candle to know it's likely to go down, or a big green candle to know that it's likely going to go up. Otherwise, you can't touch this right now. Like MC Hammer. Can't touch this. Guys, there's 12 people in the White House. I'm sure it's a big deal. I'm kidding. I have no idea. But I could just like, what are they going to do? Protest? My guy didn't really lose. How could he possibly lose to the other people's guy? I don't know. People lose. Losers. Happens. Someone has to win. Someone has to lose. Doesn't mean someone cheated all the time. I'm not saying nobody cheated. I'm saying nobody cheated. Nobody fucking cheated. It's a presidential election. And listen, the Democrats were the ones screaming about Russian collusion and cheating last time. They set the precedent. And now we're never going to have an election again where someone doesn't go, the other guy cheated. So basically, America's done. Thanks. So yeah, I mean, this YFL, bro. One of my favies. Clear break of this resistance. If you were in the newsletter, you knew it was coming or were watching for it and you got that money. Straight from Sir Mix-a-Lot to MC Hammer flawlessly there. I'm a DJ and I've been DJing since those dudes were popular. So I can go between songs flawlessly, whether DJing or just on the vocals. So we had this break, and then we have this double bottom, which broke here, and continuation up, and you just made like money. It's like this goes like this, and dollar bill, y'all. But like, where would you expect rejection to happen? 50% retrace right there. Wow. But it went all the way down to 598 back today. That's tight. So I expect this to continue up. Maybe you can catch it at like 549 on the way down. I don't know. Let's see. White House news. I'm going to become a news reporter. Is it the White House or Congress where this has happened? Ooh, U.S. Capitol breached. 4 hours. 4 hours. Just look at the news. Because I done did all your charts. Hope you bought ETH dip, all-time high loading. Guys, I'm here. How would I have bought the dip? Oh, great. I got one of those ARRY things. Ooh, gas masks. Who's going to shoot the gas? Is it the angry white guys or the less angry white guys? Because that's probably who's on the two sides. I can't get my computer to work for some reason right now. So yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, let's see what Bitcoin's doing real quick. It's just chilling. Sideways, 34,607, not dying. That tip was tight. Japan, hungry. Can you please draw sushi? I haven't looked at sushi today, but it looks great. I'm looking at your comments now. In fact, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let you look at my mug. And then I'm going to bring your comments over here so I can properly read them in theory. Oh, yeah, my computer is chirping right now. Both sides have gas. Just some have not passed it yet. That's clever. That's funny. I'm trying to zoom up the comments, but there's so many guys. Oh, it's awesome. Glad you guys hung out. That's great. Just go to Twitter, Google bias. Oh, here it is on Twitter. I can see it now myself. Let's see. I'm going to bring it up. You won't see me seeing it, but I can see it. Pro-Trump protesters force U.S. Capitol into lockdown. Pro-Trump protesters entered the Capitol building and engaged with riot police as Congress held a joint session to count the Electoral College votes. Okay, so a bunch of dudes who don't want to admit that their dude lost are protesting and getting loud, and it's not going to make a difference. That affects the market. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Who cares? Where do you trade YFL? I trade YFL on Uniswap. I think there's someone here who said, hi, Scott, like 7 times. Hey, Scott, what do you produce music on? Well, this is old, but that's Ableton Push, and I use Ableton. But I don't really produce music anymore. Although I made a beat the other day with my 18-month-old where I just let him hit stuff and then I quantized it and synced it, and it was kind of tight. Utrust, UTK, BTC recently dropped more than 10%. Is there something to worry about? Okay, here's a few things. First, it's been going up. Second, if a 10% drop on an altcoin worries you, then you are never going to sleep again and you're going to die of stress. Altcoins drop 10% while you go to the bathroom, and then they go up 10%, and they go down 70%, and they go 700%. They're volatile assets. 10% kind of means nothing. Lovely shoes. Yeah, the pink ones were my daughter's tiny little baby shoes, and the other ones next to them were a pair of my son's baby Jordans. They're real cute. So, hey, Scott, when is Meatball's expiration date? That's not cool, man. I don't want to talk about how we're going to slaughter my cow in the next 2 months and have meat for days. Yeah, I have a cow. Soon, probably 1 month. Let me see what else we got. Zooming back. I'm going to have to sign off soon. And not because I care about the news or even because I need to see my children, but because I have to pee. Because I drank this much coffee. Right? You fuck with Doom at all? Of course, man. It was really sad when MF Doom passed, and now Dr. Dre is like in the hospital. It's crazy times. How do you choose coins on Uniswap? I tried 3 times and was rug pulled 3 times. Hard to pull that trigger again. Would love to hear how you choose. Honestly, I kind of have like a couple people I trust and they tell me about coins, and those are the ones that I focus on. I never just randomly look for coins on Uniswap, and I'm yet to be rug pulled. So, I don't know, man. So no Bitcoin stink bid in sight, Stony. I'm gonna be honest. I know that I caught serious shit for it, but I sold some Bitcoin recently. I'm not saying like I don't want more eventually, but right now I'm not buying, I'm rebalancing. And I'm not saying you shouldn't buy. There's absolutely gonna be dips and you should buy tons of Bitcoin, and it's amazing and it's the greatest asset that ever lived. New paradigm. Fiat's dead. The dollar will go to 0, all those things that we don't believe. But like I want to have Bitcoin and I also want to have dollars. And I've been very, very overweight crypto as a result of trading and not rebalancing this year. So I'm a big fan of a bird in a hand. And, when I have an opportunity to take a little profit, I only sold a few percent. People freaked out when I said it. I'm a trader. I pay my bills by trading. So, I don't think you should judge someone because they sold a little bit. What is going on in Washington, D.C.? White guys in red hats attack the Capitol. War is imminent. Russia hack. North Korea bombs, nukes. It's like some out of shape guys running into the Capitol building, I'm sure. It's fine. Why would it have repercussions on the US economy? You think that some dudes protesting? Maybe, but they're just some dudes protesting. If it was the military walked into the Capitol or a bunch of senators walked into the Capitol with guns, then I would think it would matter. But a bunch of US citizens who are mad because they think their dude got cheated, running around with their red hats doing red hat things. Who cares, man? Who cares? None of it matters. Okay, reports that a person has been shot inside the US Capitol. That's exciting. If that's true. Not exciting, it's bad. But it's stupid, and it's probably not true. And it's probably some dumb protester kicked a riot guard in the nuts. Who cares? Doesn't matter. It may become something that matters, but you can't freak out about every news thing. I was thinking about this when I was a kid. we didn't get all the news, right? Like I watched like Peter Jennings and Tom Brokaw and Dan Rather and all these like Chads. And, like we'd turn on the news once a day. There was no internet because I'm a boomer. And like you would get your 30 minutes of news and that would be it. You didn't have like moment to moment updates of what was going on. And guess what? The world never ended because you didn't know everything all the time. So, yeah, I don't care. I don't care about small news. I don't even care about big news. You know why? Because if we're here for trading and we're here for financial markets, if that's what we're talking about, the number just keeps going up anyways. Who cares? They're going to print money, right? Biden's going to print money. Trump's going to print money. Everyone else is going to print money. Money printing has no party. And on that note, I'm going to have to exit. I'm supposed to interview Justin Sun tonight for the podcast. Justin Sun, TRX fame, but we might have to delay it a couple days. But yeah, doing that for the podcast. Pretty excited to talk to that dude. Find out what's up. Someone here's neighbor was Dan Rather. Brent, that's awesome. Brent, hey Brent, what's up? So just a reminder, if you would like to see your charts next week, join the newsletter. Email me. Become my friend. Hang out. Femex, Alpha 5, check them both out. Oh, and tomorrow night, my friend Trade Boy Cardi on Twitter, we're going to do a live stream together tomorrow night at 8 p.m. EST. And we're just going to talk about markets and how he bought everything at the dead bottom of the market this year. So guys, it's been real, really fun. Love y'all. Hope you're entertained. 80 minutes is more than I should ever talk about anything. So, point out. See y'all.